Is the world about to witness a monumental shift in the global financial landscape? Are we on the cusp of a historic revaluation of the Iraqi dinar that could send ripples across international markets? Is the much-anticipated news of the Iraqi dinar's revaluation nearing its final stages? Are the whispers behind closed doors becoming louder? In this video, we are going to delve deep into the latest developments surrounding the Iraqi dinar and uncover the truth behind these electrifying rumors. Ladies and gentlemen, something remarkable may be taking shape right now. Murmurs in global finance are no longer faint. They're echoing with growing conviction. The phrase historic revaluation is making the rounds louder than ever. And at the center of it all is one currency, the Iraqi dinar. Here in 2025, speculation is mounting that the International Monetary Fund and the World Bank may have reached the final step with Iraq, ushering in a whole new financial era. The phrase revaluation complete is circulating across forums, chat groups, and investor circles that have waited for decades. The claims suggest the finish line has already been crossed, quietly, behind locked doors. But is this the long-awaited moment? Has the dinar truly reached the threshold where it could re-emerge on the world stage with life-altering potential? Stay with us, because this story may be one of the most impactful monetary shifts of the century. For over a decade, rumors of an imminent revaluation have sparked hope, only to collapse into silence. Cycle left communities drained, but still clinging to the possibility of change. Yet this time, the tone feels different, firmer, more deliberate, and tied directly to names that matter. The IMF and World Bank are repeatedly cited as having combed through Iraq's financial and legal structures in detail, with reports suggesting every requirement has been met. Some voices insist not only approval, but final endorsement has been granted. That carries immense weight. These global bodies are notorious for caution, rarely signaling completion unless every technical and political condition has been satisfied. So if the whispers are accurate, the idea of a completed revaluation carries shockwaves far greater than anything in years past. Still, one burning question remains. When will the public hear it confirmed? Over the last several years, Iraq has methodically rebuilt its economic foundations. Investments have flowed into digital infrastructure, banking reforms, and modern compliance frameworks. New financial laws have been enacted to align with international systems, while long-term oil contracts have shored up steady revenue streams. Each reform appears to be part of a larger roadmap toward reinstating the dinar globally with strength and legitimacy, according to Chatter. The IMF has provided technical oversight to ensure Iraq's currency system integrates seamlessly, while the World Bank has reportedly focused on ensuring sustainable growth once the revaluation is live. The collaboration of these institutions elevates credibility, suggesting these aren't idle rumors but signs of something significant in motion. The backdrop of today's global economy also makes this moment stand out. In 2025, shifting trade networks, volatile energy markets, and demand for monetary stability are reshaping the financial map. Nations are searching for new anchors to stabilize uncertainty. Iraq, positioned at the heart of global oil supply and trade, may now have the chance to provide one. A revalued dinar wouldn't just affect Iraq's citizens, it could reshape trade balances, redirect investments, and shift alliances across regions. If the currency returns its strength, Iraq could quickly step into a leadership role as a regional powerhouse, attracting investors who once stayed away. The IMF and World Bank know these ripple effects matter. If they have indeed signed off, this would be less about numbers on screens and more about confidence. Confidence in Iraq's resilience, its government, and its place in the global system. But beyond financial circles, this is deeply personal for ordinary people. Families have safeguarded dinar notes for years, even generations, holding them as symbols of hope. They've endured endless cycles of delay and speculation, waiting for the chance those slips of paper could transform into life-changing wealth. Now, whispers claim that possibility may be within days or even hours. Imagine long-standing debts cleared in a single exchange, a home purchased outright, or education and medical expenses covered without hesitation. That's the scale of transformation many are envisioning right now. The emotional weight of this potential event is immense, which explains why anticipation has reached such heights. And fueling this energy is one repeated phrase: revaluation complete. Unlike the vague optimism of earlier years, today's rumors are wrapped in specifics, references to signed agreements, final testing of rates on banking screens, and whispers that international systems are already primed for transition. Though no official declaration has yet surfaced, insiders argue this precision suggests real progress. The IMF and World Bank are not organizations that leap without cause. Their processes are slow, deliberate, and validated at every level. If they've truly given final approval, that would mean legal frameworks, financial safeguards, and technical systems are all in place. It's this combination of thoroughness and timing that makes this round of whispers feel different, serious, coordinated, and credible. The only mystery is when those long-awaited words, "it's official," will finally appear. Meanwhile, investor circles worldwide are buzzing like never before. Private forums, encrypted chats, and global networks are alive with speculation about potential rates, exchange logistics, and timelines. Some insist they've already seen early rate tests appear in isolated systems. Others point to recent private IMF meetings with Iraq as evidence of imminent action. The World Bank's ongoing infrastructure and development programs are also being flagged as groundwork laid for stability. But beyond analysis, investors are actively preparing updating documentation, contacting banks, and refining strategies in case the announcement drops without warning. The feverish pace of preparation marks a stark contrast with past years and has only heightened the sense that this may indeed be the final chapter. Part of that confidence comes from visible changes inside Iraq. The government has rolled out modern banking tools, digital payments, international compliance procedures, technical moves critical to supporting a stronger currency. System tests are reportedly being run across local banks, and international delegations have been more frequent in Baghdad. Oil revenues have been locked in with long-term deals, boosting reserves to record levels. These quiet but steady reforms align closely with IMF benchmarks, signaling that Iraq has done its homework. Supporters believe the timing could not be better. That's why the term historic revaluation has taken root. This moment is being cast not only as an economic shift, but as a national rebirth and symbol of resilience. The involvement of the IMF and World Bank underscores this significance. These organizations don't just validate numbers. They shape global frameworks. Their backing signals that Iraq has reached a rare level of readiness on the global stage. This would signal Iraq's arrival as a trusted partner in trade and finance. That's why so many expect the eventual announcement to dominate headlines far beyond Baghdad. Until then, however, anticipation is being fueled by whispers moving faster than ever. Social media groups dedicated to currency speculation are overflowing with screenshots, translations, and claims of inside info. Every detail, no matter how small, is dissected as observers look for proof. The process is already in motion. Even speeches from Iraqi leaders are being analyzed line by line, as subtle phrases hint at a new era without confirming it outright. Inside Iraq itself, optimism is quietly growing. Reports suggest local financial institutions are finalizing upgrades and preparing for smoother transitions. Citizens are cautiously discussing the possibility of a stronger dinar, with hope tempered by years of disappointment. For many, this isn't about speculation. It's about validation after decades of struggle. To see Iraq's reforms rewarded with global recognition would mark a turning point. This sense of national pride is perhaps one of the clearest signs that something larger is unfolding. On the global